Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is Lord PeteyTV, and I'm here to give you some information about the War Within for World of Warcraft. First of all, I'd like to ask you to please make sure you hit that subscribe button here. We end up having enough hours to get monetized, but we need help. We need you to make sure you are hitting that subscribe button. Also, if you are having any critiques or anything that you think would be important for this channel, please, see them in the comments below. Please be adult about those comments, and I greatly appreciate the feedback. Now, the boss we're going to end up talking to you about is the last boss in Ara'Kara, City of Echoes. I think it's pronounced, it's Kilatha, the Harvester. Now, this boss, it is crazy how many different things are going on from a DPS standpoint, healer standpoint, and tank standpoint. So I kind of wanted to talk about what's going on here, and kind of wanted to talk to you and show you our kill and how we ended up figuring out how to kill the boss. We had many wipes. We also tried it on a 5, and there's a tyrannical week, so it was a little harder. But it kind of makes you really think of a lot of things that are going on. So one of the more important things I want to talk about is the blood workers that run into the rooms. When you end up hitting them, they produce a pool on the ground, which will allow you to get, stunned or stuck when you stand in them. So, you have, that aspect, which you want to make sure you end up hitting them to produce those drops on the ground. You want to make sure that there's at least 5, so that you can have your 5 members of your teams going through. You have the webs, the erupting webs, which are going to get knocked across, multiple parts of the room, and you don't want to step in that. You also have the cultivating poison that is ending up being, spewed out of your ears. So you have these different types of abilities that you're going to have to keep an eye on as you're going through it. So you want to really take a moment to kind of think about what you're dealing with and how you're positioning yourselves. Then you have the cosmic singularity, which ends up pulling you closer in. When you end up doing that, you want to stand into the pool so you get rooted so that you don't get sucked in. I noticed that there is an interrupt bar essentially on those guys, which means you have the ability to interrupt those mobs so that you can get out of the root. That way you can kind of end up going forward and progressing through the fight. Now, during this week, we had the ascension buff that was coming from from Zelatath. So we tried to make sure we ended up using that to our benefit. We tried to end up using Lust to our benefit while we were going through. Now, the cosmic singularities, I just want to take a moment to kind of come back to that. You're going to get put together. You're going to end up producing those black bloods. Now, a lot of people think you're supposed to DPS the black bloods, but that's actually not the truth. You're supposed to use the green cultivating poison that's being shot out of your ears and so on and so forth to kill the poisons. Now, the big pools of green are going to produce, a decent amount of damage to you. You don't want to end up getting hit by those, but you want to make sure that the stuff that's coming out of your ears is actually hitting those bloods, and it really does quickly kill them. Now, the issues we kind of had when we were going through this fight was the tank and the DPS, the melee DPS, they ended up hitting each other with the green because of movement, because of positioning and trying to get in better spots of where the pools are going to be, between that and the range, trying to be close enough to the healer, trying to not take damage. We were doing a lot of healing of ourselves. There was a lot of different factors of us going through this. So we eventually were able to take down the boss. It was not easy, even at this point. We barely made it through. So between the lust, between the buffs and everything like that, we were lucky enough to get through. So long story short, what we ended up wanting to, like, why I wanted to talk to you about this is because many people don't realize the green ears take out the bloods instead of you DPSing the bloods. You can end up, I guess using AoE if you really wanted to, but I don't know how much benefit that's going to be. You're going to want to make sure that the group like is close enough to your healer so they're consistently, getting the heals during that cosmic singularity, those pull-ins, and so on and so forth. So really take the time to look at that. All right. Overall, like I said, this was our fight and our kill. It was not smooth whatsoever. There was a couple of times that, I really thought that it was not going to happen, but we did end up getting it. So thanks again, everyone, for checking out our video. I greatly appreciate and love all the support that everyone has been here and checking us out. Please, once again, make sure you hit that follow button here or subscribe button, and I greatly appreciate all the love and support. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye, everybody.